South Korea.
Yeah, I think there's a level, even for the athletes, there's a level that will be too much. And I guess that's why the organizers are a bit worried. It's not totally in their hands. Once the stadium was built and some of the protective measures that should be there wasn't put, we always knew this was going to happen. So we'll see how the managers. We've seen countries hosting major events face big challenges, and one way or the other they surmount it. And as long as it doesn't get to the point, because major events will take place here. Most of the major events will take place here. So I'm just hoping that the conditions will not, get to a point where athletes won't be able to compete and will start postponing events and all that. For the world leaders, I mean, how many hours are they going to use there? But the worry really is for the athletes. Yeah,
it's at night. That's where the problem is. At night, so I think the weather is kind of colder in the night. I think that's what they're really afraid of. Maybe the athletes, when they're not competing at night, it might just be better. But when you have
if the weather has
ceremony from like,
if the weather has tortured you, if the weather has tortured you over the night, and then you come out to compete in the morning, it's surely going to affect you.
That's the way it is. We'll leave that one. We'll go straight to Europe. What's happening there? Well, it's no longer news that the Euro 2020. You have more countries competing because UEFA is trying to, for the first time, have the competition around different countries in Europe. But Brussels is the country that is losing out right now. Wembley will be hosting so many games because Brussels Stadium, they're yet to build the stadium. So that's why UEFA president decided to say that, okay, the London Wembley Stadium will be hosting more games than expected. But Brussels happens to be the loser here.
Yeah, that's it. They're trying to spread the love, trying to ensure that one country doesn't bear the burden. But even at that, there are still standards. Even at that, there are still conditions. And, the UEFA just thought, look, I'm not sure what's going on here. So Wembley is ready. So let me give them more matches. And the Belgian city of Brussels, well, good luck. Better luck next time. That's just what has happened right there.
Okay, I think for UEFA President Alexander Keferin, he said something about the fact that, Wembley is preferred, but I don't know why. We talked about the fact that it's ready, but then Cardiff was also bidding, Stockholm was also bidding. They were, some of the original 19 candidates cities for the tournament. But also the fact that, well, replacement name for Brussels, we're thinking maybe some of these cities will get a share of it, but right now it will not happen. So the 2020 tournament will be played in 12 cities across Europe instead of 1 or 2 host nations as a one-off, just to celebrate the 60th anniversary. That's the reason they are doing this one. They also announced that the Stadio Olimpico Rome will host the opening match. So this is really a big one. I mean, when you go to watch Euro 2020, you can travel from, you can go to 12 cities across Europe just to watch a match. I think that's an interesting part about this.
It doesn't get better than that. That's tourism. Just plan yourself. You're going to be watching football on one side, and you're going to see the best cities in Europe. I mean, they've spread the love. That's the whole idea, like you said. That's the whole idea behind the Euro 2020. Then again, the reality is dawning on these people that the weight of hosting these tournaments. We saw what happened with the bidding process for the Olympics, how major cities, powerful cities, were just pull it out. That's one of the constraints too. But we'll see. I'm not sure UEFA is ready to revert back to one nation. I think they're beginning to look at 2 nations, 3 nations. Although the 2020 is a special, but we'll see how it goes from there. But I think the financial constraints is really biting hard.
Yeah, I think it is. The way it's going to be that Group A would be played in Rome and Baku. Group B is going to be St. Petersburg, that's in Russia, and Copenhagen, that's Group C in Amsterdam and Bucharest. Group D is going to be in London, Glasgow, and Glasgow also. Group E will be Bilbao and Dublin, and of course you have Group F will be in Munich and Budapest. So these cities will get to see the best of football in 2020. Let's listen to UEFA President talking about how England will have to host more matches because Brussels were not ready to host.
About UEFA Euro 2020. Due to the Euro Stadium project's failure, to meet the conditions imposed by the UEFA Executive Committee. During its meeting on 20th September 2017, the 4 matches initially scheduled to be held in Brussels will now be allocated to Wembley, following a vote by the Executive Committee. The Stadio Olimpico in Rome was selected as the venue for the opening match. That was also a decision of the Executive Committee.
Yeah, that's a decision. It's been made. Quickly, we just take a look at results coming from the NBA. 4 games decided overnight. And of course, you have Oklahoma City Thunder, losing by 100 to 95. We have Caris LeVert recording his first career double-double, 21 points and 10 assists. Brooklyn Nets were able to rally from 16-point deficit to beat the Thunder. Well, and a good one. Russell Westbrook finished with 31 points, but shot 10 out of 27 from the field, so it wasn't really enough at all. And he scored only 5 points in the 4th quarter, so that just wasn't enough for them to win it. For the Lakers, it was 107 to 76ers 104. Brandon Ingram was the guy who hit a three-pointer with 8/10 of second left. That was how Los Angeles were able to beat Philadelphia 76ers in that one. Ingram, he led the Lakers with 21 points. Julius Randle and Jordan Clarkson also added 16 apiece for the bench. They had to come from the bench. So their losing streak of 5 games is finally over. The Wizards and the Suns was 109 to 99. The Rockets and Jazz, it was Rockets winning that one. James Harden scoring 29 points and Ray Anderson added about 23 points, and that was how the Houston Rockets were able to beat Utah Jazz. Chris Paul added 18 points and 13 assists and 9 rebounds for the Rockets. A good win for them. Okay, we'll go for a break now. When we'll come back, we'll be looking at what's happening in the preseason Nigerian Professional Football League and also the Nationwide League.